Let me show you two minds. One mind says, I can't afford that. The other asks, how can I make this happen? I didn't know it back then. That tiny difference changed everything for me. Years ago, I had a friend, Joy. We made the same money, lived in the same area, yet she kept stepping forward, and I felt stuck in the same place. It wasn't luck, and it wasn't a big paycheck. It wasn't even talent. It is how she thought. Today, I'm going to share 5 mindsets that anyone can learn, even if money feels tight right now. One of these will click for you. So stay with me. You see, most people think money comes first. It's actually the mindset that comes first. Back then, I was good at saving pennies, but I didn't know how to grow what I had. Actually, rich thinkers do something simple. When others see a wall, they see a door. When others say, I can't, they say, I can try. When others freeze, they get curious. And you don't need to be born into wealth. You just need to think like a builder. Mindset shift number 1. Let's change the phrase from I can't to how can I. I worked with a young man in our neighborhood. Let's call him Daniel. He said to me last summer, he wants to fix bikes as a weekend side gig. But every time we talk, he will say, I can't afford tools and I can't make a website, so I can't start yet. He was shutting the door before he even walked through it. That's when I taught him this little trick. You see, whenever you ask yourself a different question, like how can I, you wake up the problem-solving part of your brain. Rich thinkers don't avoid challenges. They break them down and then work towards solving them. And this is what happened for Daniel. He changed one sentence from I can't afford tools to how can I get tools? And you know what he done? He borrowed some tools from his uncle and promised that he will look after them. He then went door knocking in his neighborhood to service or fix bike at discounted rate. He fixed 2 bikes and bought his own second-hand tools. And guess what? Last month alone, he made an extra $300. So put it down in the comments below and let us know, are you an I can't person today or how can I person? No pressure, just honesty. Mindset shift number 2. Broke said later, when rich said now, in small steps. You see, most people say, I'll save when life slows down, or I'll invest when I earn more. But here's the truth. Life almost never slows down. And when we earn more, most of us simply spend more. Rich thinkers don't wait for the perfect moment. They start where they are, with what they have. They'll say, let me begin with $5. Let me try $10. And let me put aside $20 instead. Why? Because small steps builds confidence. And confidence builds momentum. And momentum builds a whole new life. I remember a time in my own life when I felt completely stuck. I was working 2 jobs, sleeping 4 hours a night, and still sending almost every dollar home, not knowing my dad struggled with gambling. So no matter how hard I worked, it felt like nothing changed. But even in that season, the hardest time of my life, I wanted to feel like I was winning somewhere. So I took out an old envelope and I put $10 inside every week. That's all I could manage. But here's what happened. As time went by, I learned better ways to save. I got stronger with my money. And that $10 slowly grew into $50 a week. And whenever the envelope was full enough for a deposit, I bought a rental. Nothing fancy, just a simple 3-bedroom house with a good flat piece of land, and often the worst house in the best street. I was spending every spare moment studying the rental market. I'll find out which suburbs and down to which style of the street is more in demand. Then I'll research how long have that house been on the market to gauge how desperate the owner is in moving on. Now, I'm sharing this because back then, I couldn't see a way forward either. But one tiny $10 habit opened the first door. That first door opened up the next. And suddenly, a whole new path appeared, and you are not stuck. You're simply standing at the beginning of a new skill. You know, I have read tons of books because I need better role model than the one I grew up with. I practice speaking better. I've learned to be confident, and trust me, that was hard and so foreign to my introvert self. I've also learned sellings from tons of courses so I could earn more. And those skills help me everywhere, from asking for a raise to getting a better job, negotiating a car price, even knocking tens of thousands of dollars off house purchases. You see, one new habit can open the next door, and then the next. Surround yourself with growth. Find people who want to grow too, people who will lift you up, people who say, let's go together. You become stronger when you're not walking alone. Hey, what's one tiny step that you can start today? Share it down below. Someone in our community will reply with a cheer and let us know if you are building confidence. Are you building momentum, or are you building a new future? And it all starts with something small. Mindset shift number 3. Mindset shift number 3. Broke things in days when rich things in years. Let me tell you about someone I once helped. A young man named Mark. He was a kind man, but his money follows his moods. On a good day, he'll buy himself a treat. On a hard day, he'll buy himself an even bigger one. He lived day by day, not month by month, and definitely not year by year. He wasn't bad with money. He was just trying to make the moment feel better. And here's the trouble with living inside the moment. The moment changes fast, but money choices stay. And the truth is, when you only think about today, today becomes the boss. Your feeling becomes the boss. Your stress becomes the boss. And your treat also become the boss. But rich thinkers do something different. They slow themselves down with one simple question. Will this matter next year? Why this question? Because it pulls you out of the feeling of right now and helps you see the bigger picture. You see, most treats fade in minutes, but the money choice that follows you into next week, next month, and sometimes even next years. This question isn't about guilt, it's about perspective. It helps you take care of the future you, the same way you take care of the present you now. And this is how Mark changed. One day, Mark sat with this question for the first time. Is this action helping the future me? He told me, Oma, when I thought about next year's Mark, I didn't just met him. I wanted to take care of him. And that was the turning point for him. Not because he became perfect, not because he stopped buying treats forever, but because he started thinking like someone who believed in his own future self. Let's make this real for you too. You are not behind. You are not weak. And you are not failing. You're simply learning to think bigger. Every time you pause and ask, will this matter next year? Or does this help or hurt the future me? You're growing a little stronger. And you will start to build a wiser version of yourself, one quiet decision at a time. Hey, if you are ready to think long-term, type future me first down below, and let this be the moment you choose what's best for your future instead of what feels good. Mindset shift number 4. Broke avoid the truth when rich faces it. Let me tell you something I have learned the hard way. What you avoid controls you. I worked with a young woman named Trish. She avoided everything. Her bank app, her bills, her notifications. She told me, Oma, if I don't look, I won't feel stressed. But that's not how life works. Ignoring the truth doesn't protect you, it traps you. Do you know that stress actually grows bigger in the dark? And the truth is, rich thinkers don't run from reality. They look at it straight on, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. They track, they face facts, they stay honest, even when it's uncomfortable. Why? Because you can't fix what you refuse to see. And the moment you stop hiding, your power comes back. So, this is your challenge for the next 7 days. For the next 7 days, you will do this. No excuses, okay? Now, grab a small notebook. Write down every spend. Sort them into the 3 buckets. Your need, which is your rent, food, and transport. Want, the takeouts, the treat, the digital extra, or the future you. That's your savings, your debt pay down, anything that helps you grow. Add them up at the end of the week and enter your totals inside your future millionaire tracker. That's not punishment. This is clarity. Clarity gives you control, and control gives you freedom. If you want a different life, you must be brave enough to look at the one you have now, because seeing clearly helps you steer clearly. Close your eyes and your money will run your life. Open your eyes and you will run your money. Mindset shift number 5. Next shift, I deserve this, to future me deserves more. Let me share a story from my own life. Years ago, there was a time when I was so stressed, exhausted, and carrying more weight than I knew how to hold. Back then, every hard day ended with one sentence on my lips: I deserve a break. And I wasn't wrong. I was working myself to the ground. So I looked for little things to cheer me up. I remember there was a pair of Italian shoes I had my eyes on for ages. And one day, it was actually reduced down from $250 to $25. A bargain, I thought. But I was so overwhelmed and tired, I actually bought the same pair of shoes 3 times. And I didn't even notice it. That, my friend, is the monkey mind, the part of you that whispers lies when you are drained. Just get it. You earn it. You deserve this. Every choice feels tiny. Every purchase feels innocent. But tiny choices grow fast. And one day, I checked my bank account and felt a sting. Not guilt, but sadness. Because past me got the comfort, but future me was left with the bill. That was the moment I made a small shift, a shift that changed everything. And here's the truth. You can keep saying, I deserve this, but add a second line. The future me deserves something too. And that's what I did. Every time I treated myself from my cash fund jar, I moved $50 into a little account I named Future Me. It wasn't punishment, it was balance. And after a few weeks, something surprising happened. I still enjoy my life, but now I feel proud after every spend. You see, future me finally being taken care of. Past me wasn't stealing from her anymore. And slowly, the need for treats faded. Why? Because pride lasts longer than a purchase, and peace feels better than a quick high. And what this shift created for me, that one habit helped me save my first few $100, then my first thousands, then enough for a deposit in my first rental home, all from one tiny idea. Yes, treat yourself, but treat your future you as well. And if you want me to teach you how I use this mindset to start investing in simple long-term rentals, type Teach Me Rentals down below and let's build your future you together. Now is your turn. Finish this in the comments below. Tell us, I used to think, and now I'm choosing, and it's changing everything. Someone from our community will reply with a cheer, because We grow stronger together. Now, let's find 3 to 5 buddies who also want to grow with you. Send them this video. Try this mindset shifts together. Success grows faster when you walk beside people who want to win. And here's a quick smile. Why don't eggs tell each other secrets? Because they might crack up. A little laugh keeps the journey light. Hey, Savvy Savers, you did something powerful today. You didn't just learn about money. You have strengthened your mindset. So keep watching this playlist to learn the millionaire habits, fun saving hacks, and the money secrets school never teach. And tap subscribe below so you will never miss a new money move. Share your wins inside Almost Money Check-in in the community page and let me know one small choice you have made with your money this week. You've got this. Your millionaire future starts today. And I'll see you in the next video.